I'm done. That was a little preview to what you can expect from me musically. Carl, get closer to the mic. I'm not gonna repeat it for the rest of my life.
Dude, what do you want? I'm right here, and then you complained about my volume being too loud or too
Alright,
soft. I swear to
so,
God.
hello, everybody.
Hi.
It's been a while since we've podcasted because of technical issues, because of, I don't know. As you know, we did have a hurricane hit us. Hurricane Ian came in at a category 4. We're going to be talking about that. But first, roll the intro music.
Ba-da-da-bum-ba-da-bum.
Ba-da-ba-ba-bum-bum, ba-da-ba-bum-bum-bum.
Isn't it your Mozart?
What?
Isn't it your little Mozart?
Welcome back to the greatest podcast.
Of all time.
Yeah, of all time.
We're supposed to finish your sentences. I swear to God, you don't even.
It's crazy. We finish each other's
Sandwiches.
That's what I was gonna say.
No, you weren't. You know you weren't. Don't lie to me.
Hurricane.
We haven't actually said the name of the podcast.
Oh. This is Young and Opinionated. Nated.
Why did you go closer to the mic? You're supposed to go further away.
So yeah, welcome back to Young and Opinionated, the podcast where we talk about cultural events, world events, what else? Comedy and
anything you can have an opinion on, just say that.
Oh, anything you can literally have an opinion on. And as long as we're still young, the title fits perfectly fine. Okay, so Hurricane Ian came, and I totally didn't like it, girl. It kind of offended me how this hurricane just popped out of nowhere.
It didn't pop out of nowhere. We had like a week's or 2 weeks advance on it, but okay.
So, I don't remember what its name was.
Ian?
Tropical Storm 9 or something, and then it became Ian, which is a funny name.
Ian.
Who destroyed your house? Ian destroyed my house. So
do not make light of this event. Many houses were destroyed.
So yeah,
and the
Ian
is sometimes not on in some places.
Ian slammed through Cuba at like a category 2 or 3 and left the island without power.
Again.
And again.
Poor Cuba, man.
Cuba, Puerto Rico, those places always get hit during hurricane season.
Don't you remember Cuba one time had to suffer a hurricane from, and then it twirled back around and hit it again?
I think Puerto Rico recently got hit by one or something. I don't know.
Poor guys.
But let's get back to the main thing.
Ian.
We did get hit.
Oh?
Florida got hit. Ian was supposed to take the whole state, but at the last days, it decided to switch up north a little bit, and it literally was only gonna take I think it was Cape Coral and up. And unfortunately, we're Sarasota, so we're in that area. And everybody was like, we have 2 options. We can either go up north or we can go down to Miami, where you'll be safe, I guess, because it literally wasn't going to hit Miami at all.
In no universe could it have hit Miami.
It was not going to move anymore. It was destined to hit us. But luckily it didn't. The eye didn't directly hit Sarasota. It unfortunately did hit around Cape Coral, and the videos I've seen is really crazy.
Was it Fort Myers?
Oh.
I don't know. I'm seeing. Please don't take me seriously right now. I'm just
Fort Myers.
Probably. I don't.
I think it was North.
Let me just check.
I thought it was Northport, but yeah. So we have crazy videos of just the water disappearing, like if a tsunami was gonna come, and it was these powerful winds. I think it was a category 4 when it made landfall. and we haven't had a Category 4 make landfall in a little bit. So yeah, this was a big surprise, and this the a lot of flooding happened. A lot of people have lost
Okay, yeah.
their homes.
It hit southwest coast at the island of Cayo Costa near Fort Myers and Cape Coral, so we're technically both right.
Okay, Cape Coral, Fort Myers, around there. And so much rain happened, so much wind, so many trees have fallen around here near Sarasota. And we weren't even the main targets.
Yeah.
Fort Myers is like destroyed and sunken, literally underwater right now. I think I think by now it's drying up, if not dried up, but it was literally underwater. And the interstate, I-75, the highway, was literally blocked. A part of it was like flooded because of the river or the water from Mayaka State Park. Just what?
You're right, but like, I don't know why you had to specify that.
Because Mayaka State Park has this really big lake.
River.
Okay, I don't know. I haven't been in school for a while. River, lake. Lake is a body of water, right?
Yes.
And river is something that flows.
It's a stream. Yeah. Congratulations.
Like, okay. So, the waters of Mayaka just... What?
The waters of Mayaka. Yeah, everything that's a water.
Screw you.
Say Mayaka River. That's what it was.
Okay, Mayaka River, like, just didn't let cars pass. There's literally videos of people just using their boats. And what did you say about DeSantis when he visited?
Dude, DeSantis didn't even go into the mainland or like anything. He arrived here literally on his boat.
Hey guys, what's up?
Man didn't want to socialize with us and the people, the townspeople. He just wanted to say, hey.
Hey guys, hope you're okay. So yeah.
Vote for me. And I'm pretty sure there's like a group of sharks.
Oh yeah, like maybe 2 or 3 sharks. I don't remember how many, but some sharks literally got into the streets of Fort Myers. It's crazy.
Dude, the funniest thing of this whole thing, which is not a funny experience, let me just say that first, preface this. Nothing is funny about hurricanes. Hurricanes are deadly. But the thing is that we're Floridians, so there was like a ton of people just out and about during the hurricane.
Yeah, a lot of people just don't care. And a video that I really liked was this one man holding the American flag against the winds of Ian, and it was like inspiring somehow. It was like, wow, the home of the brave. This man represents the brave. There were some people who like fled up north, like some of our friends fled up north. The house where we stayed.
Most of our friends fled up north.
The house where we stayed, the friends who lived there literally left up to like Georgia or something. Atlanta, all the way up to Atlanta, which is crazy. And they left us the house so we could stay there because our house is made of wood and paper, and it's surrounded by a bunch of trees,
which help it and danger it.
And those if one tree falls, it could just smash the whole house.
The house is
pieces.
so tiny that
and it's really
house...
small, so one tree could just easily just squish it.
Actually, our landlord.
And then my landlord lives right behind me, like literally. I don't have a backyard. We don't have a backyard here.
We have a front yard.
We have a nice big front yard, but we don't have a backyard at all because our landlord lives there. He built himself a little shack-like home.
It's literally a shack.
It's literally a shack. It's so funny. It was just meant for him and his wife and his dog and his cat. But he rode out the storm here, and it's hilarious.
In his shack.
In his shack because I don't know why. Oh, I think the pets.
Yeah, he couldn't find.
He couldn't find a hotel for the pets. And he said that the house felt like it was shaking. It felt like it was gonna break at any moment. He was so scared, and he said he's never gonna do it again, which is just hilarious.
I can't. I just imagine him sitting there, because the like where he lives is so tiny he can barely walk. He's just sitting there on his bed like, it's gonna take me.
So yeah.
And like before the storm, I even said we're gonna come back, and his house is gonna be gone. And he's gonna take him away, and I didn't know he was gonna stay, but he stayed.
And he's left before for way lesser and smaller hurricanes. He's like left, and I don't know where he goes, but he leaves. And this time for a major one, he just stayed, which is hilarious. And when was it? Wednesday or Tuesday when you and Mom were like calling us to come home from work? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
But I think it was like Tuesday maybe or Wednesday.
I don't remember that far.
I don't know either. But me and Dad were working and helping out some of our friends who needed like some wood.
Tuesday.
Okay, it was Tuesday. Me and my dad were working, and after work we went to help some of our friends who needed like their windows covered with some wood and stuff, like some elderly people who couldn't do it by themselves. And Mom and Carl were just pressuring us to come home, like, please come home, hurry up, forget about everybody else, just being so selfish. So selfish.
Now, here's the thing. They had done everybody else's house except ours, the one most endangered of flying away.
Yeah, but
I have a broken window as we speak. There's tape over it. That's the only thing keeping the outside world and me apart. Tape.
I don't care. So in the end, we did come home, and we did use some wood and another thing called lamina. I don't know the English term for it. I literally don't know what it is. I've tried to search it up on Google. It doesn't give me anything. I call it lamina. It's not wood, but it helps cover up your windows. And we barely just covered up the windows because we barely had enough material. And then the next morning, we left the house because it was raining really hard and the winds were starting to get...
The winds were already really hard.
The winds were really bad. And there was this big debate. Mom wanted to leave Nina, and I wanted to really bring her along because it's literally one of the first recommendations for any pet owners. Don't leave your pet. Do not leave your pet there.
Sandy took that personally.
Sandy took that personally and stayed with his pets.
If my pet's going down, I'm going down with him.
So we took Nina in her little cage, and I expected her to like just be kind of nervous and not to do much, but she was really happy, I guess. She was okay.
She was calm. I wouldn't say she was happy because she really wanted to adventure, but she was calm.
She was calm. She was using her litter box for the first time in years.
She napped through most of it, not gonna lie.
She, as a cat usually does, she slept a lot. And me and Carl were sleeping in the garage, converted into a bedroom. So Nina just slept up with us. And for the most part of Wednesday, we were just chilling at our friend's house. They had already left. We were watching some Disney movies and whatnot. We watched Ice Age and we watched Little Mermaid. And then the power went out. And it was really sad and dark and depressing. We played some Uno. We tried to do the best we could to stay calm and happy, I guess. But it's really depressing when it's completely dark inside.
Then we had your dilemma about no power but needing a light.
And I'm very afraid of the dark, so I really needed a nightlight. And I just had to find something, anything really. Luckily, we did find a light source, so I could go to sleep peacefully, knowing that I'm going to be okay and the monsters aren't going to attack me. And people were complaining about it being hot, but I think it was alright. I was even covered with my pajamas on and with a blanket over me.
It was blazing. It was heck. It was hot. I did not enjoy nor like it in the temperature world.
And then the next day, while we slept, the winds really got to us and the rain and everything. and the hurricane had passed. By this time, it was going up to Orlando, and yeah, we literally slept through it, like if nothing happened. We weren't awake to see it. And then my dad and I went out at like 6 in the morning just to go see if the house was still there. Luckily, it was.
I am in a house right now.
Yeah, we are in a house recording it.
Unless we're not, and we're homeless right now. We don't want anyone to know.
We are in our house recording the podcast. And yeah, we grabbed some materials to like clean up our friend's house. And just everywhere, these huge tree branches just collapsed onto interstates, literally blocking roads.
There was a whole tree that fell onto a road.
There's a whole entire tree that blocked all of MLK, and it sucked.
There were loads of trees that got tossed down.
And somehow, not one of our huge trees, like, fell at all.
The one thing that did happen is that one of the branches fell, like a really big one. It snapped, but it's still in the tree right now as we speak. We need to get that checked.
One of the branches that fell here would have landed on my car, because it's where I always park my car. So if my car would have been here, it would have, like, smashed it. But luckily, I took my car, and we took the red truck, and we left the Suburban and our blue truck to, like, fend for themselves.
They fended themselves really well. Not their glasses were intact. Everything was fine.
Well, they're heavy cars. There's old cars, so they're built well.
They're built different.
So yeah, nothing happened really. Not even our landlord. Nothing happened to his house. His canopy though did break, but oh well. So yeah, not so lucky for those down there in Cape Coral and Fort Myers.
I hope you're okay now.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say.
Of course, hurricanes are nothing to be laughed at. We're just discussing what happened to us. But of course, hurricanes are very deadly. And there was a lot of missing people down in Fort Myers and Cape Coral. And there probably still is some missing people, so alert your authorities.
If you're watching this and you are currently missing, report yourself that you have found yourself. If you're listening to this podcast and you think it's one of the last things you'll ever hear, just use a flashlight and flash the sky.
What?
A helicopter should see you, or just yell at the top of your lungs. Help, here I am.
Maybe they already... Okay, look, listen, if this is the last thing and you don't think that there is any hope for you, I hope you enjoy this podcast. I don't know. You can go pay on our Patreon.
I encourage you to go help support me in my Patreon. I'm trying to build a pool. So yeah, that was Hurricane Ian. I'm done with hurricanes right now. I'm kind of tired of them, honestly. I'd much rather take on a earthquake.
No. Okay, so to preface
I'll take on an earthquake, but I won't take on a tornado. There's no escaping a tornado. It's like a black hole.
Tornadoes are tornadoes destroy everything.
Tornadoes are the worst ones out of everyone. There's no comparison. And if you think an earthquake is worse, you're wrong.
Look, in comparison, a tornado destroys everything in its pathway. Not only that, it eradicates everything. It blows it, it takes it from the ground up, it throws it. It's horrible, man.
Yeah. And an earthquake just shakes up stuff.
And an earthquake tilts everything. It's literally the tectonic plates shifting. It destroys everything as well. It doesn't eradicate as a tornado, but it does destroy. And hurricanes are just horrible, man. It's lots of rain, so many winds, and from winds can spawn these mini tornadoes, and they are annoying. Maybe not as deadly as a singular strong tornado, but they're still annoying, and they are still a tornado.
I'd just like to mention these funny videos that I've been watching on Instagram about this one guy who just solves, like, impossible problems by, like, using his iPhone. It's really funny. Like when you fall out of an airplane, just activate airplane mode and you'll be okay.
Oh my
It's
god.
that simple. It's too easy. Just solve it. Like now I know if I ever do fall out of an airplane, I've never been in an airplane, but if I fall out of one,
How are you gonna fall out? How are you gonna fall out?
if I just decide to jump out, or if my window breaks and I just get sucked out, I'll just
That's why you have a seatbelt.
just airplane mode. I forgot to put my seatbelt on because I was sleeping. Or you pranked me and you undid my seatbelt, and now I'm flying out.
We're like crashing down. It's just a prank, bro. Unbuckle seatbelt. It's just a prank, bro.
It's just a prank. So yeah, just activate airplane mode, and it's too easy.
So the Mario movie, am I right?
Oh my god, yeah. I was gonna talk about that too. I think everybody isn't like agreeing for once in a while. It takes like very rare things to make people agree.
Worldwide.
Like yeah, like
World hunger.
9/11 was bad. Which I guess some
World
people.
War II, not great.
World War II wasn't good. Everybody can agree. World hunger is bad. Everyone can agree. Slavery was bad. The South can agree. But everybody can agree that Chris Pratt screwed everybody over by convincing us that he was gonna be a good Mario. His voice as Mario is absolutely dreadful, as Gordon Ramsay would say. Dreadful.
Absolutely dreadful.
Absolutely dreadful. Rubbish. Whack. It's not good. It's irritating how not Mario it sounds. And I can...
It's me, Mario.
You can hear his attempt at like a Brooklyn accent, but it's not even close. I do like Jack Black as Bowser. It oddly fits. It feels like it shouldn't fit, but it does fit. Because I don't see who else could voice Bowser or what other voice he should have. I've only heard Bowser talk one time in Sunshine, and it sounded weird. He was like, Mario, how dare you interrupt my family reunion? It just sounds bad.
Honestly, I prefer that.
No, I like Bowser's voice as Jack Black.
No, there's something off about it to me. I don't know what exactly. It just... At first it sounded great. I was like, okay, I can live with this. But then he said like a whole sentence or a whole phrase to the penguins, and then just something was off.
Nah, bro, you tripping. I love the penguins as well.
Pablo and his army.
They tried to do something, but they ultimately failed. And Toad's okay as well. His voice should be different, but at the same time, I get it could possibly get annoying after so long.
Possibly it will get annoying.
Because you barely hear him in the games. He'll go like wah one time, and then another time he'll go wah.
That's the experience, though. The experience.
Whoa.
It's the fact that you have to listen to mushrooms. You have to listen to his Toad's voice and just have to agonize each time you hear it because that's the experience.
He's like, hey, Mario.
Hey, Mario!
It's okay, Mario. I love you, Mario.
And, like, I don't know. I love Chris Pratt. I love him.
No.
I do love him.
I hate Chris Pratt.
I love him with all my heart. But just the role of Mario, it's like, I don't know. Of course, it's not his fault entirely.
It is his
Entirely.
For accepting the role. It's his fault for accepting the role. He could have said, no, there's no way I can pull this off.
Do you know how exciting it is to be offered the role of a lifetime, be told you can be your childhood hero?
Yeah, so?
Yeah, exactly.
You think I would want to be Mario if they offered me the job? Heck, no. I would be like, are you kidding me? Are you trying to make Mario Latin or what? He's Mario. He's not supposed to be anything else but Mario.
What if they offered you a part for, like, I don't know, Coco or something?
Coco?
Yeah.
I don't want to be Coco. I don't care for
You're
Coco.
you're exactly what we need. If that's what you're saying, you're
Ay,
prefacing
un
that.
poquitito loco.
Un poquitito loco.
I don't want to be Coco, though.
That exactly. So that's what you're prefacing.
I honestly think an AI-generated voice could have done better than Chris Pratt. Everybody, cancel Chris Pratt for ruining Mario.
Everybody, don't listen to him. He's crazy. Guys, it's not entirely Chris's fault. You can't blame everything on poor Chris. He's just doing his job. But I hope, maybe, you see, he only talked for a snippet, so it could get better. You never know.
Alright, it better get better. Guys, if we really push the narrative that Chris Pratt sucks, we can, do something big. Like, when Sonic got reanimated for the movie, we can, change the voice actor and get someone who can really play Mario.
The last Mario we had was some guy.
Yeah, and he was the best guy.
You're not wrong, but at the same time, it was nothing like Mario.
So yeah, watch the trailer yourself, form your own opinions, and let's all get excited because it's obvious what Nintendo is doing. They're building the Super Smash Bros. Universe. They're starting off with a Mario movie, then they're gonna release a Pokemon movie, and then a Legend of Zelda movie.
Wonder what Peach sounds like.
Yeah.
No, but I'd actually really hate it if they did that.
What? The Super Smash Bros. Universe?
No.
That would be awesome.
Wouldn't it just be retelling the stories that you've already played?
No. And even if it does, awesome.
I already played. I was in that story. There's another thing I'd like to say. It's
Are you kidding me? Are you talking about repetitive stories? The same Pokemon game gets released every year, and everyone's gonna buy it. I'm gonna look into purchasing Violet and whatever the next one is. I forget what it's called. Pearl and Violet, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna buy both of them. Why? Because it's Pokemon.
I'm talking about retelling the story that's already retold before in new format and light, but it's still the retelling of a story. And also, Pokemon has already gotten his own movie and in live action.
So you're criticizing everyone who's ever told the story again?
No.
What?
I'm criticizing retelling a story that we all know, and then retelling that story of that retelling to another retelling audience.
So every Superman movie ever? Every Batman movie ever?
Because somehow they still find a different narrative. There's always key points, of course, but there's different narratives.
Carl has obviously lost her mind, so let's move on to something more productive. Let's talk about Apple and their new iPhone 14. Man, I love the new iPhone 14. I wish I could have it.
Wanted to die.
It comes in purple. Can you believe it? Purple. It's so cool.
Purple's nice.
I thought green was as best as we could get, but
I
no.
love green.
Purple is even better.
I have the green one, not the iPhone 14, but I have a green one, and I really love my phone. Now.
My dad has the 13, and he literally looked at the 14 and was like, "This is the same phone."
It technically is. I'm not gonna lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be fooled.
I think I don't know where I saw it, but somewhere Steve Jobs' daughter posted a meme dissing the new iPhone, saying it's the same one over and over. And we're like, is this what Steve Jobs died for?
Oh God. It's always the same thing. It's always like, oh yeah, we have better camera quality, and we have longer battery. It's like, you said that the last time. You told me this story the last time. I know. That's what I'm expecting.
Yeah, man, but it's a brand new number. That's what I'm excited about.
I genuinely thought you were going to say, yeah, but it's purple.
It's purple.
No! The one thing I will say is that I'm pretty sure it has, a lot of, features where, it can tell you stuff or like alert the authorities of stuff. Where it's like it can tell you if you're gonna have a heart attack.
Oh my god.
Or when you're in a crash, it has crash detection. It's like, oh, I'm gonna call the authorities for you. It seems like you've been in a crash, buddy.
What if it just confuses me like getting into a bad accident?
That's still a crash. What do you mean?
What if it just confuses it with like me falling down my skateboard? And it just calls 911.
Yeah, that's...
What happened?
Then
I just fell, man. I'm back up.
I don't know how it works.
Or if I just run so fast and I hit a tree or something.
No, why would you do that?
I don't know.
I don't know how it works. Also, I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
You just don't know.
Yeah. I said it.
Let's talk about this November. I don't know if you've heard. I think you should have heard by now.
No.
The greatest boxer in the history of the world is fighting Floyd Mayweather.
Muhammad Ali?
No. This one man named
KSI?
Deji, Comedy Shorts Gamer, is fighting Floyd Mayweather on November in Dubai or something. Salami or I don't know what country it is.
Why?
I don't know.
Did you want to lose again?
No. Deji's obviously gonna knock out Floyd.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. Floyd's too old. Deji has way too much power.
That's what they said about everyone that, like, beat the teeth in of the other guy.
What?
Yeah. Don't you know they're like, oh, you're way too old for this gig, and then they end up, like, punching them to death.
Man, did you see Floyd Mayweather last time?
No.
Did you see Deji, though? Yeah.
He was against who?
Fuzi. Yeah.
Anyone could be
knocked, He knocked out Fuzi real good. TKO'd him.
TKO? Not an actual KO.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
Floyd Mayweather,
he ain't no,
he's not going to have the stamina. He's not going to have the power. He's not going to have the athleticism. He's way too old. He's also has hair transplants, so it doesn't help him.
No, here's what you have to listen. You have to remember. Floyd Matterweight.
Floyd Matterweight.
Floyd Matterweight. Floyd Mayweather has experience.
So does Deji.
Deji has been in
He's
four
been
fights.
fighting since, I think, 2017 or 18.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
He has,
6 years.
He has 5 to 6 years of experience boxing.
Where's Floyd? When did Floyd...
I think ever since he was like 10 years old or something.
Yeah, and how old is he now?
Like 50, 60, 70, I don't know.
Yeah.
Floyd's old. Nope.
Yeah, he takes the cake for experience.
The point is, Floyd isn't going to have the power. And Deji already knows what to do against Floyd after studying him so well.
What?
That's a secret.
Go ahead, say it. I dare you.
No, I don't want Floyd to know.
I double dare you. I triple dare. Why would Floyd watch this podcast?
Because he's desperate. Oh.
He's not that desperate.
He's desperate to find a way to beat Deji.
He's not that desperate to click on Young and Opinionated podcast. Our thoughts on Hurricane
Floyd, if you're listening to this, just get ready to cry.
Floyd, you're not listening to this, but if you are, can you like give me a scholarship?
Can you donate to my Patreon?
I know that Canelo did it one time.
Canelo, if you're listening, ¿qué onda, güey?
¿Qué onda, güey? Un scholarship no seas malo, güey.
Floyd Mayweather just wants to fight to make money to pay off his debts or something, despite being a billionaire. I don't know why he keeps fighting, just to make more money, I guess.
Maybe it's just the thrill of it.
No, he really needs money.
Did he confirm it? Did he, like, outright
No one's gonna say, hey, I need money. Especially Floyd Mayweather. He's not gonna say, "Hey, I kind of need money to pay off some stuff."
You never know. He could have. He's man. He would.
What?
He may be like a really extroverted guy who just likes telling us his problems.
I don't care about his problems.
You're the problem.
And apparently, next year, 2023, Floyd Mayweather is looking to have a rematch against the notorious
Biggie.
Conor McGregor. Biggie Smalls. Resurrect him from the grave just to fight Floyd Mayweather. Are you on acid?
But really?
Yeah.
Conor?
He wants to fight Conor again.
Who won last time?
Obviously, Floyd.
Yeah. So why does he want a rematch?
Because he really wants money. Floyd just wants money.
Wouldn't it be Conor the one that needed a rematch?
No.
He just doesn't care.
Conor has money.
Conor has money.
Conor has money. Floyd has money troubles or something. I don't know. He keeps fighting just because he wants more money.
Maybe he likes the thrill.
Conor doesn't have to fight anymore. I don't think that many people are excited about this one, though, because we already saw what happened the first time ago. Though, people are saying that Conor has now found the secret after fighting Floyd.
Well, probably. Honestly.
And you can't underestimate Conor McGregor. I literally sound like a fan from like 2017 when they fought.
You sound like one of those not podcasters, one of those commenters who's like, you cannot underestimate this boxer.
You can't underestimate Conor McGregor. If he does land a good shot, he could knock out Floyd.
Dude, I love Conor.
I love him more.
Actually, he's my idol.
Actually, I buy Irish deodorant so I can smell like him.
Actually, he's the person who makes me want to go into the MMA. You want to be a boxer, I want to be an MMA star.
Yeah, Conor McGregor's one professional boxing fight inspired me to become a professional boxer.
No. We all know that it was Mike Tyson. Not Mike Tyson.
Oh my god.
Muhammad Ali.
I wasn't even alive.
No, you idiot. I mean the videos of him.
You're wrong, actually. You know who inspired me to become a boxer?
KSI.
Yeah. I really have to use the bathroom. I'm farting. So, take over the podcast.
I don't know what to say. Can you give me a topic at least? Anything?
Talk about Led Zeppelin.
Who's Led Zeppelin?
Talk about Paul McCartney, I guess.
Paul McCartney. Senor Sir Paul McCartney. He got knighted, so I have to call him Sir by legalance in Britain. But, yeah, he's a cool guy. I really like the Beatles. So, of course, I love Paul. I have to say, I do have a favorite, and it is Ringo. I love that man. There's George Harrison. There's John. You know, all the Beatles. And, yeah, they're really cool. You know, there is a weird saying that a lot of people say. I don't know if he agrees with it or not. I guess I'll find out. But, it's where, like, the Beatles only got big because they came in at the right moment where their songs just hit and people stuck with it. I don't know if that's true. Honestly, I love the Beatles songs in any era. Even being in this quote-unquote generation, I still love the Beatles songs. It's great. It's like the Mexican songs. Like, like the borracheras. You understand, because they're like, oh my god, my woman left me, I am so alone, I'm going to die, and if I'm going to die alone, I might as well die with my alcohol. I don't know why I'm doing this accent, this is not Mexican. But it's like, they said that, not they, but people keeps comparing the Beatles music, as I'm like, yeah, they wouldn't have gone big if they were just like, a few years before or a few years after. Because it was like right then and there in that moment, and they just blew up because of chance, fate, whatever you may call it. And I don't know. It's like, I guess you could be right, but at the same time, I can see why you think that, because like they came in an era where like it was a little hushed. So like, of course there was this big stars already, but it was like they the generation was probably like dying for something new, and they just appeared, and it's probably a good thing that they did when they did. But at the same time, I'm like, I can enjoy their music any generation. Their songs are amazing. They're incredible. Some would say relatable. I don't know. I truly don't know. But that's my thoughts on that. In music in general, there's a lot of things like that sort of thing. I don't understand how people can say like, "Oh, you're oh probably a horrible person because of your music taste," or "You create trash. Your music is horrible. Can you listen to that?" Ew. Like, music is meant to express, and if one's expressions is as it sounds, and if they think they made a masterpiece by doing so, that's their music. Wah, wah, wah. That's theirs. Cry me a river. Because it's like, at the end of the day, it's their inspiration, it's their hand, and it's their work. And being someone who has already tried to produce lots of music and has made music, I understand the struggle of finding something to base all your music on and to make your music with. And to get into that mood, to get into that thing, to get your thoughts not only on paper but also music paper, and then transport that into actual sounds that will convey your thoughts. That is a lengthy, time consuming process. And like, at the end of the day, it's theirs, so like, let their music be whatever their music wants to be, right? I mean, it's really dumb. Like, the thing with rock and roll, the thing with rock and roll and grudge music, they're like, "Oh, it's the song of the devil, Satan is there." Like, ma'am, how? Could you explain? Like, I understand that it's like a lot of teens rebelling with rock and with grudge, but that's only because it's a change in pace. We literally they consider the Beatles a really shift in everything, because we went from blues, jazz, slow, soft, low songs to these guys, which Oscar compares a lot to experimental music. They were everywhere. They literally experimented with everything, and they thought, "Whoa, these guys are different. Kill them." They're not really. Hopefully not. Oh, John Lennon. But they thought like, "Oh, it's different. It's new. That's not supposed to be like that." And I'm sure that at some point, some people did consider the Beatles songs as trash, just because they were different. When in reality, they're really one of either Walrus. I'm looking at you, but one of the strangest or one of the most beautifully masterpieces, like A Day in the Life. It's amazing how they did that. Um, it's just so amazing what they built out of literally experimenting with every form they could do. And it's nice looking back at music and looking at how time has changed and shifted it from this calm, jazzy blues, soft era to this experimental era where everyone was trying something, to then these rebellious songs, and then just out of nowhere pop was born in like 2000s, probably, I don't even know. Pop would just exploded at some point near there, and that's what people have been sticking to. But like, and I honestly really like to see when the next shift is going to be, because nowadays it's a lot of pop. It's so much pop. It's either pop or hip hop, which still preface or still umbrellas into pop, but like I'd love to know where the shift comes. Because it's gonna come at some point. Someone somewhere is going to experiment again, and it's gonna bring forth another type of musical again. I know they're of electronic music and techno music. I can't say that I'm a huge fan of it, but at the same time, I really like where it's going. Honestly, one of my bands is shifts with electro pop sometimes, and honestly, I really like that. So I would be down to hearing some of those. And like, it's just so incredible how time can shift music, and then just when that next shift comes, I'd love to be there to see it. I'd love to be in there just to witness how it goes.
I'm back. Hi guys, I'm back. I hope you talked about Paul McCartney.
I went to this huge rant.
Did you not talk about Paul McCartney at all?
I talked about Paul McCartney, and then I talked about the Beatles, and then I talked about music.
Great. Speaking of Paul McCartney, he's one of the biggest artists who lost the rights to his own music, which is kind of odd. Because he was a billionaire. He is a billionaire. But he didn't want to buy back his own music. And Michael Jackson literally bought the Beatles catalog. All because Paul was way too cheap. You're a billionaire, bro.
Why have you done this?
Do you not believe your music is worth a lot of money?
Well,
Because it is.
Then again, they were hippies.
I guess they were hippies and all.
They let it out to the world.
Yeah. Other people like Taylor Swift also got screwed over by her people and sold their music without her knowing.
Bruh. I feel like that's both a cool and not cool idea. It's just, you make a song, you give it out to the world, and that's it. You disappear from the face of the earth. You don't want to claim it, you just want to give it out to the world.
No, I think you should always have the rights to your music. If you're an up-and-coming artist, don't fall for any temptation any label might give you. If a label's like, yeah, man, sign this contract, we'll even throw in a G-Wagon for you, bro. We'll throw in a Porsche for you.
I don't think I will.
You don't accept it. Keep your masters. That's what they're called. Keep the rights to your music. It's something so important that I don't think a lot of people know. Like, Jay-Z has his masters. Every time we play a track of his, he gets a penny or two.
Each music project that I've made, I always treat like my baby, so just treat your masters as your baby, your child.
You treat your music like a baby because you made it. And you're just gonna sell it off. What's wrong with you?
That's horrible. Why would you sell off Bebe?
Like, Future, right?
Yeah.
He sold off his catalog recently for like 70 million or something. 60 million something. And people are like, what are you doing, man? This is messed up. Keep your masters, man. And then other people are like, you did a good job, Future. You got the bag.
Oh, well, I guess.
I guess he did get the bag.
But at what cost?
What cost?
His bebes.
Like, I think Wayne also sold off his catalog.
No.
But I think it's because he had, like, taxes problems. So, yeah. Pay your taxes. Keep your masters. And make good music. So, speaking about music, I recently just bought a CD. Yeah. A CD is a small disc.
Oh my god.
That people used to put into CD players, and it would play music ad-free. It's crazy, I know. It would get damaged if you mistreated the CD or if you moved it a lot while it was in a CD player, and I bought a CD at Walmart for like $12. It was Michael Jackson's biggest hits, and I put it into my CD player that I have in my car. I think my car, the 2012 Hyundai Elantra, is one of the last cars that Hyundai made that has a CD player.
Oh my gosh.
Because I think after like 2012, cars started having less and less CD players. So my car is the ultimate car. It has Bluetooth, it has an MP3 player thingy, and it has a CD player. And now I have a CD collection that I'm gonna start. I already ordered another
You
two.
ordered... Oh!
I ordered two more.
What are they?
One of them is this one compilation or joint album in Spanish called Los Tigres del Norte with the Los Dos Plebes. It's a really good album. I've listened to it and I can't wait to have it in CD. And the other one is X's Skins. And I don't know if you know this, but the Skins album vinyl is one of the rarest things to get. It's like $150 right now. Because I don't know why. It's a holy grail. So if I can't get the vinyl, I'll get the CD. It makes perfect sense. Do you know who the Taliban are?
No.
No?
No.
They're these terrorists. Do you not know still?
I do.
Okay.
But please explain.
The Taliban is this group of terrorists, I guess. It's a terrorist group. Does bad things. And they recently banned PUBG, a game similar to Fortnite. They recently banned it because it's too violent.
Why?
It's like a gym banning a muscular guy for being too manly and muscular.
I know, right?
And lifting way too much.
It's like, that's what you are.
It's like if they kicked you out of a Chinese place for eating way too much food.
Actually, that does make sense.
Get out of here. You're too fat.
I'm eating too much food.
You're eating all our food. Get out of here. I really hope that whatever Carl says is useful and I can actually use it.
I hope.
I was in the bathroom. I really had to take a poop and I was sweating a lot.
I'll ask it now.
What?
What's your thought on the phrase, the Beatles were only popular because their music arose at the right place at the right time?
What?
Like, if they had been just a couple months or a generation before or a generation after, they wouldn't have been as popular as they were. It's because they were in that era that they become popular.
I think a culture shock or a culture movement was bound to happen at any time.
What I said.
For like the 50s and 60s. Like if they would have come like in the 50s, I think they would have still like made it because something had to change. We had to move. We were destined to move on from the Sinatras and the Bing Crosbys.
No one expected their music to be what it was. Strawberry Fields, A Day in the Life,
Like
Eggman and the Walrus.
These were different music that nobody could have imagined existing. Like if the Beatles came around in the 40s and did what they did, I think more people would have been even more shocked than ever before.
I'm pretty sure they'd call them the Satan music.
Yeah, they called them Lucifer music, music of the devil. But I think it all goes back to Elvis Presley. Elvis walked so the Beatles could run, and Little Richard crawled so Elvis could walk. And if you listen to music from like the 70s and the 80s, there's still no music that like sounds like the Beatles completely. Like I guess one of the biggest arguments ever is Led Zeppelin was a very experimental group that did wonders with music. Like shifted the sound of music itself. The Beatles ran so Led Zeppelin could fly. Today we went to Bob Evans, and Carl bought a dog named Biscuit.
Where's my son?
He cost $7, and the only reason Carl could afford Biscuit was because earlier while we were eating, I told Carl I'll give her $10 if she eats a spoonful of ketchup for the vlog. And so,
you'll just have to watch the vlog to see what happens. Link in bio.
oh, well, you have Biscuit.
No.
And you're $3. And you're $7 poorer.
Go watch the vlog.
Like my Instagram posts. Leave nice comments.
Please.
Like my Reddit arguments. You can find me on Reddit.
You can follow me on Snapchat.
If you still have Kick, you can kick me.
You can thumbs up on Facebook.
If you want to join a group of old people that are slowly eroding away and just have nothing to do but argue and just point out obvious things, join Facebook. It's fun there.
You can smash that like button with Tumblr. Follow me in Tumblr. I meant smash that like button at me at Tumblr.
And you might just get smashed by something else.
Oh my god. What else? What are there?
Does anybody have Skype? I know Discord is popular, but I'm kind of a Skype guy.
I'm kind of a Skyper.
So if you have Skype me, man.
Skype me. Actually, we are gonna Skype people for what was it? $120.
Yeah. You're
Just
not
to
even
say-
gonna get a Zoom call. You're gonna get a Skype call.
And if you don't have a Skype, well, too bad. We're gonna try to call you, and if you don't answer,
I hope you also try to search me on Omegle.
oh my god,
You might just get me. I might just pop up at like 3 a.m.
Hi.
Don't freak out if you find me. It's kind of embarrassing. Guys, my username for Pop Tropica is
Oh my god.
OSHCRN 173869.
Be sure to go catch me on Twitch. Yes, I'm starting my Twitch channel.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna
ASMR? Or you're just gonna eat on stream?
I'll be a mukbanger.
Be a mukbanger?
You know what? I'll do art. I'll do real life on time art.
So exactly what I was offering for my Patreon. A video of me editing.
No, you see, art is much more funner than watching you in a bed for like 8 hours straight doing nothing but laying there like.
You're not even gonna see what footage I'm editing. You're literally gonna get a camera in front of me, just like staring down at me.
That's horrible.
Yo, what's up? It's me, Editor Oscar, and I just realized we didn't do the quote of the day or the words of wisdom, so I'm gonna do them right now. Here they are. The ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do. Steve Jobs. There you go. On with the rest of the podcast. Bye-bye. We're so sleep deprived, we gotta get out of here. So,
I wanna die.
this has been another episode of
Young
and Opinionated. No, the greatest podcast in the entire world.
Of all time.
Make sure to love Garfield. Love everybody.
Love Baby Yoda.
Love Baby Yoda. Yeah, man. If you're gonna donate to something, be careful what you donate to.
Donate to my Patreon.
If you plan on donating an organ, make sure you have a good organ. If you plan on donating $1, make sure you have $1.
A life advice with Oscar.
I'm gonna go kill myself.
I'm gonna go sleep.
I'm gonna go to the store real quick. I think I want a baby casket.
I thought you were gonna say I'm gonna go get the milk. I was like, Jesus Christ.
No, I want a baby casket. That'd be funny.
No, nobody wants that. Not
For
a
the
single
vlog.
person. Please, dear
All right,
God,
I'm
no.
gonna look for it. Goodbye.
No, bye.